Hi everybody, Graham here, and thank you so much for joining me on my first Terraria tutorial. Now I'm going to state straight away that I'm by no means a Terraria expert, and there are many different ways to do things in Terraria. This is just my favourite way, at the moment anyway, of starting out the game and surviving my first night, which is what I'm going to show you guys. So we're going to jump in straight from creating a character, creating a world, to building a very basic house to survive your first night from all those horrible creepy things that want to attack us. So let's go straight into single player. That's another character I'm using for something else. He has lots of cool unique items, so I'm not going to use him. I'm going to create a new character and we're going to randomize it because I like to be random. Do I want to be bald? What sort of Kahoo? Do I want him? It's like a green Goku. No, I'm going to go with somebody else. Ooh, here we go. I'm going to call this guy Finn, I believe, just because of his cool haircut. I'm going to spell Finn with two N's. It may be spelled differently. That's how I'm going to spell it though. Okay, so we're going to select Finn. We're going to create a brand new world for Finn. We're going to make it a small world because if you're just starting out the game and don't know what you're doing, you may be tempted to click large. I wouldn't do it because what that'll do is it'll create a large world, surprisingly. Now, large world isn't too bad when you're just walking along from left to right. It's when you start having to dig in the dirt and get all that grime and resources and all that kinds of cool stuff. You're going to be spreading it really wide, which is not what you want to do if you're just by yourself. So we're going to create a small world. We're going to call it, I'm going to be a normal world. And we're going to call it Tutorial. That's not how you spell tutorial. Tutorial. There we go. Tutorial 1. So this is creating the world here and now. It's not like Minecraft in the respect that when you walk in Minecraft into a new area, it will just generate the world there and then. This creates the world before you even get into it. It will not show you what's on the map. You have to discover that for yourself, as you will soon see. But I think it's pretty cool that it will create the world now, and it doesn't take long at all. Especially for a small world. So it takes literally 30 seconds or so. So I'm just trying to fill in the time by saying lots of nonsense here while it's creating my world. But you can see it's telling you what it's doing as it's doing it, which is really cool. So here we go. We've got play. We want it to favorite, no, or we can move it to the cloud, or of course we could delete it. Well, we don't want to do any of those things other than play. And here we are. We're in the world. Woohoo! I'm in the world now. Moving my character using the W, A, S, and D keys, mainly A and D because they move you left and right. You can use the S key, but we'll explain that a little bit later on. So this, my friend, is a little guy called Steve. His name will be different each game you go into. I think the last guy I knew was Daniel. Now, if we right click on Steve right now, he gives us nice little hints and tips. He will say, they say there's a person who will tell you how to survive in the land. Oh, wait! That's me. That's very interesting, Steve. That's very nice of you to tell us. So he will give us hints and tips about how to start off the game. If you're ever stuck in the game and just don't know what to do because it's one of those sorts of games, you get to a certain point, you're like, well, where do I go from here? Speak to Steve and he might give you a hint or a tip or two. You can also pick up items, and once you pick up those items, if you have no idea what to do with them, you click on crafting here and place the item there, and Steve will tell you, like a good egg he is, what to do with those items. But all we're going to do just now is collect lots and lots of wood to build our first domicile, which is another cool, not so cool name for a house. Now, what I've just done there without even realizing it is I've automatically selected my axe to chop down the tree. Now, if you're new to the game, you could probably figure that one out, but let's tell you anyway. Up the top left hand corner here, you have your free basic items for starting off in the game. You have your copper sword, your copper pickaxe, and your copper axe. Obviously the axe is for the trees, the sword is for fighting little things like this, which are called slimes, and the pickaxe is for digging through dirt. Now that slime's going to come over and get us and lower our health. Now I'll show you what that is. Boom! He took off 7 health. That is displayed up where your hearts are in the top right hand corner. It'll show you your basic health, which is 93 of 100 at the moment because he took off 7. 100 is your full-time health until you find hearts, which we will go through later on once we start the mining tutorial. Oh, good old Steve, he killed him for us. That's fine. He also dropped something, but I think Steve took it. No, did he? Yes. Thanks a lot, Steve, for stealing my stuff. Right. Here is a tree. We're going to chop down that tree with an axe. Now, I'm not going to select the axe. I could by pressing 3. As you can see, there's a number on each of the items. I could also hit escape and you'll see the numbers there. These are your main items. They're the ones that you can use automatically or by selecting them. You mainly want tools in there, weapons, things like that. These are all the sub items, which again you can use automatically, but I think that's a wee bit later on in the tutorial. So all we're going to do is hold down the shift key and hover over a tree, and that automatically selects the axe for us. It'll be the same with the dirt or rocks or anything like that. It will select the unique tool to either harvest them or destroy them. So I'm going to use the axe, let go of the shift key, hold down the left mouse button, and here we go. We're chopping down a tree. Now I'm going to collect all of these trees because basically we will need them for building our house. I'm going to speed it along so you guys don't have to wait while I just chop down trees. And then we'll continue in just a moment. Welcome back everybody. Okay, so as you can see, right here I've cleared a lot of wood and I've collected 386 wood. Now that's going to be a good start. I would prefer more, but it's going to be a good start. And what you can see here is I've got a nice level bit of land for me to build my first house. So all we're going to do is we're going to select the wood up here by using the scroll wheel on the mouse, and I'm going to start building up. Now you can only build so high. Oops, I went a wee bit over there. Build so high and then build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and then just quickly build down. Oh no! Oh, trying to avoid him. Right, let's just get out of my house, you. You can of course make it bigger than that, but all we're going to be building is a very basic house, and then we're going to stack on top of that. That should do, but as you can see, we are locked in. That's not the end of the world. We have our basic structure. So now we have our basic structure. What do? We're not stuck, don't worry. We can obviously dig our way out, but I don't need to at the moment. We're protected. I'm going to build a workbench. Okay, so I was about to call it a crafting bench there, but I think that's Minecraft. Anyway. This is our items. These are the items we can build. So right now we're hovering over a torch, and what you do to build a torch is you use some gel and some wood, and they build torches, which is really handy for later on in the game. Wooden platforms again are particularly handy, but we're not going to build them at the moment. We're going to build the workbench. You build it by selecting it with the left mouse button and just pressing the left mouse button on it, and that is it. We have our workbench. As you can see, it's out in the world. We just need to place where we want to put it. Now, I prefer to put it to the side so then we can come back to it. Now, why did we build a workbench? I'm going to tell you why. Because we step in front of the workbench, we hit escape again, and look at all these cool new things we have to build. It unlocks certain things. We're only interested in one thing at the moment. Well, two really. We want 2 doors. Now I can double click it, or I could have held down the right mouse button and it would have created numerous doors, which I'll show you here. This is the wooden wall. Now, our house is pretty cool, but look, we can see right through into anything. I know this is a 2D world, but we don't want anything to be able to come in from the side, and if we want anybody to move into our house later on, any NPCs for example, they're not going to want to do it because we don't have a wall. They're not going to feel safe. We need them to feel safe, and in order for them to feel safe, we need a wall. So if I go back up to the wall, I shouldn't really have moved. Scrolly, scrolly, scrolly. Oh, I've gone too far. Right, here we go. Click on the wall. Hold down the right mouse button, and there you go. We're building lots and lots of walls. Now, again, I'm just using the scroll wheel. But now we place our walls. Look at that. It is that easy. We place our walls. Placey, placey, placey. Fill it all in. Do not leave any gaps, even if they look cool, because no NPCs will move in. They will not feel safe. Now, what I used to do, because I thought it looked cool, was I created these 2 lines, and then I put my torches in the middle. Don't do that. They don't like it. I wondered why nobody would move into my house. That was the reason, which is fine. Oh no, it's gotten dark. Don't worry. We're going to build those torches I was talking about. So we go up to the top here. Again, hold down the right mouse button. I can only build 21 because I only had so much goo, or gel as it's called, and hold down the shift key, and there we go. Automatically we'll select the torch because it's good like that. I'm going to place one here. I'm going to place one over here, and maybe one for good measure there. Yeah, there we go. And you can see it's becoming nighttime as well. And those horrible things I was telling you about earlier are starting to attack the house, but it's fine, they can't get in. I'm not going to build a door at that side yet because they would get in. I'm a bit dubious about building a door right now because as soon as I start to build a door, they're going to get in. I'm going to build on this side quickly. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Select your door. Place it. It's fine. I don't think they can open doors. They might be able to. As I say, I'm by no means an expert, but oh no! Get away! Get away! Get out of my house, you! This is not what you want. This is not an ideal situation. Go away! Oh no! Alright, well that's fine. I was slain. What you will see in a minute is I'm going to regenerate back to where I first started on the map, which isn't too far away from here. It's a bit of a pain in the bum because Steve is there, which is fine. I just have to travel a little bit, but it means I have to travel throughout all of these monsters, which shouldn't be an issue. I'm just going to jump over them. Go away! Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, he's still in there! Alright. Right click to open doors. Alright, there we go. And that's that monster destroyed. This is our basic house. If you want to see the house is suitable for anybody to move in, all you do is you hit escape. Click on the housing icon here. Question mark. Click on the house. Ooh, your house is missing a chair. Yes, they are very particular in the things they want in a house. And one of the things they want is table and chair. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to build a chair, and I'm going to build a table, and we're going to place those table and chairs in our house, and then we'll see if anybody would want to move in. For example, Steve-O. So, get rid of my gravestone because it just depresses me. The wall. And table, where am I going to put it? I'm going to put it here, and I'll put, sorry, chair there and table there. Now let's see if Steve wants to move in. So click on the housey house, question mark. Your housing is already occupied, so Stephen is already moved in. That's fantastic. You can tell who's living in your house by clicking on the housing icon, and there it is. Steve the guide is in our house, and that is all we need to do to survive our first night. It's so simple. And in the next episode, I'm going to go through starting a mine, getting some resources, and some of the cool things you can build with those resources. Okay, so thanks for watching. Join us for the next episode, and thank you so much. Goodbye.